Be me, 22F, gender studies major at liberal arts college. Militant feminist, constantly posting about toxic masculinity. Family won't stop hassling me about being single. When are you bringing home a nice boy? Your sister Emma already has a serious boyfriend. We're worried you're too picky. Thanks, Mom. Really validating my choices here. Brother Jake constantly teasing me about scaring guys away. All my dates end with me lecturing them about patriarchy. Maybe if you didn't talk about wage gaps on first dates. Maybe if you didn't critique their mansplaining constantly. Maybe if you minded your own damn business, Jake. Thanksgiving approaching, extended family visiting. Already dreading questions about my dating life. Uncle Bob especially loves making sexist comments. Still single, Madison? Maybe lower those feminist standards. How about you lower your expectations of controlling women, Bob? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Decide to hire fake boyfriend to shut them up. Post on campus job board looking for actor. Need conventionally attractive male to pretend to date me for family dinner. Will pay $200 for 4 hours of performance. Must be able to act non-toxic and actually listen to women. Get surprisingly few responses. Most guys can't handle pretending to respect women apparently. One response stands out from guy named Alex. Sends normal photos, seems articulate in messages. I'm a theater major, totally understand difficult family situations. I can definitely play supportive boyfriend role. Meet up at campus coffee shop to discuss terms. Holy shit, Alex is actually attractive. Tall, brown hair, genuinely kind eyes. Wearing band t-shirt and jeans, looks like indie film protagonist. So your family thinks you're man-hating feminist who'll die alone. Thanks for the blunt summary, Alex. Pretty much, yeah. They think feminism ruined my dating prospects. What kind of boyfriend would make them happy? Someone who seems progressive but not threatening to their worldview. Got it, woke, but not too woke. Exactly, what's your backstory? Spend hour creating elaborate fake relationship history. Met in sociology class, dating for months, he's studying social work. Make sure to mention you want kids eventually. That'll shut up my traditional aunt real quick. Also probably should seem kind of wholesome. My dad doesn't need to think I'm dating some radical activist. Alex nods, taking mental notes like professional. Don't worry, I've been acting since high school. I can play whatever version of masculinity your family needs. Day of dinner arrives, and I'm nervous as hell. Pick up Alex from his dorm. He answers door looking absolutely perfect. Button-down shirt, khakis, genuine warm smile. Ready to meet the family girlfriend. The way he says girlfriend makes my stomach flutter. Drive to parents' house while briefing him on family dynamics. Remember, my dad loves talking about sports and politics. My brother will try to test your feminist credentials. And my mom will ask super personal questions about our future. Relax, Madison. I got this completely handled. He puts hand on my knee while I'm driving. Probably just getting into character, but damn. Arrive at house, family car's already there. Uncle Bob, Aunt Linda, Cousin Emma with her boyfriend. Whole extended family circus ready to judge. Okay, showtime. Alex immediately transforms into perfect boyfriend. Opens car door for me, takes my hand naturally. You must be Madison's family, I'm Alex. So wonderful to finally meet everyone she talks about. Mom practically glows at his politeness. Madison never mentioned how handsome you are. Oh, you're too kind, Mrs. Thompson. Please call me Sarah? Within 10 minutes, Alex has entire family charmed. He's discussing gardening with Aunt Linda like expert. Debating football with Uncle Bob respectfully. Asking Cousin Emma about her job like he actually cares. Meanwhile, I'm standing there amazed. This guy is incredible actor. Dinner conversation flows perfectly. Alex tells story about how we met. Madison was giving brilliant presentation on gender inequality in our sociology class. I was so impressed by her intelligence and passion. We ended up discussing social justice for hours afterward. Complete fabrication, but sounds totally believable. Family eating it up like gospel. Wow, Madison, didn't know you could attract such a nice guy. Thanks for the overwhelming confidence, Dad. Madison is incredibly smart and compassionate. One of the many things I admire about her. He says it looking directly at me. Almost believe he means it genuinely. Uncle Bob starts his typical interrogation. So what are your intentions with our Madison? You're not one of those beta males, are you? Alex doesn't even flinch at toxic masculinity test. I believe in supporting Madison's goals and dreams. Real men aren't threatened by strong women. Holy shit, he's good at this. Family actually nodding in approval. When are you two moving in together? We're taking things slow, building solid foundation. Rushing into cohabitation ruins relationships. Perfect answer that satisfies everyone's concerns. After dinner, sitting on couch with Alex. He's still holding my hand, arm around my shoulders. Family playing charades in other room. You're really good at this. Thanks, you're easier to fake date than expected. Easier how? You're actually cool, not like most feminist stereotypes. Most girls who hire fake boyfriends are completely bitter. Glad I exceeded your low expectations. Seriously though, your family seems nice. I understand why you don't want to disappoint them. He gets the family pressure unlike most people. Conversation becomes more personal. Talking about college, career plans, actual interests. Forget we're supposed to be acting. Feels like genuine first date with amazing guy. Family starts getting ready to leave. Aunt Linda pulls me aside. That boy is definitely a keeper, Madison. Don't let your feminist ideals scare him away. Encouraging, as always, Linda. Uncle Bob gives approving nod. He seems like good influence on you. Might calm down your radical tendencies. Even Emma seems impressed. Damn sis, didn't think you could land someone normal. After everyone leaves, Mom corners me. Alex is wonderful, sweetie. I hope you're serious about him. Maybe he'll help you see men aren't all bad. Guilt intensifies because this is completely fake. But seeing Mom smile like that feels good. Alex helps clean dishes like he lives here. Chatting with Mom about cooking and future plans. You raised an amazing daughter, Mrs. Thompson. She's going to make someone very happy someday. Someone meaning not him, obviously, since this is fake. Mom beaming with pride at the compliment. You two should watch movie together. I'll give you some privacy for evening. Mom disappears upstairs, leaving us alone. Sit on couch feeling weird about whole situation. That went incredibly well. Your family loves you, Alex. They love the idea of me having normal boyfriend. Probably would love anyone who isn't complete misogynist. Harsh, but probably accurate assessment. Start watching random Netflix movie. Alex sits close to me on couch naturally. Still in character, or just comfortable? Little bit of both, honestly. You're not terrible company, Madison. Wow, such overwhelming praise. He laughs and nudges my shoulder playfully. Shut up, you know what I mean. Movie gets boring, start talking about real stuff. Sharing actual personal stories. His family drama, my academic struggles. Feels more authentic than any real date. Can I ask you something, Alex? Shoot. Why did you respond to my ad? Needed money for textbooks, obviously. But also thought it sounded interesting. Interesting how exactly? Most people would just lie about having boyfriend. You actually cared enough to make it convincing. Shows you genuinely love your family despite politics. Never thought about it that way. Conversation gets quieter, more intimate. We're sitting much closer now, his leg touching mine. Madison, can I tell you something? Sure. I'm actually having really good time. Like genuinely good time, not just acting. My heart starts racing at admission. Me too, Alex. This feels more real than most actual dates. He looks at me with those kind eyes. What if we didn't have to keep pretending? Before I can form coherent response. He's leaning in and our lips meet. Holy shit, this kiss is definitely not acting. Passionate, desperate, completely authentic. His hands tangled in my hair. Mine finding his chest naturally. Making out like horny teenagers. Completely lost in moment together. Things heating up rapidly by second. He's pulling me closer now. Hands roaming, breathing heavy. Totally forgot where we are. Suddenly hear footsteps coming downstairs. Break apart just as Mom appears. My lipstick smudged, hair completely messed. His shirt wrinkled and untucked. Obvious what was happening. Mom stands there with biggest knowing smirk. Just wanted to say goodnight, you two. There's protection in bathroom cabinet if needed. Holy fucking shit, Mom. Alex turns bright red with embarrassment. Thanks, Mrs. Thompson, very thoughtful of you. Mom winks and goes back upstairs. We sit there in stunned silence afterward. Did your mom just offer us condoms? Yes, she definitely just did that. Well, that's not awkward at all. Burst out laughing because situation is ridiculous. Alex starts cracking up too. Your mom is actually pretty cool. Most parents would completely flip out. Mine definitely would have heart attack. Laughing breaks tension but doesn't kill mood. So what happens now, Madison? Do we pretend that didn't happen? Or do we see where this leads? Look at this incredible guy on my couch. I vote for seeing where it goes. But maybe not here with Mom upstairs. Probably wise choice for tonight. Drive Alex back to his dorm. Walk him to door like proper lady. So this was supposed to be fake date, but turned into something real instead. Strangest night of my entire life, honestly. Mine too, but good kind of strange. Want to try actual real date sometime? Without audience and fake backstory. I would absolutely love that, Madison. Kiss him goodnight on dormitory doorstep. Just as incredible as couch makeout session. Text me when you get home safely. And thanks for tonight, really. Thanks for what exactly? For showing me not all guys are complete garbage. Drive home feeling like I won lottery. Came up with plan to fake having boyfriend. Ended up actually getting real one instead. Text Alex when I arrive home. Had amazing time tonight. Can't wait for real date. He responds immediately with heart emoji. Me neither. Your family's going to love real grandchildren someday. Holy shit, Alex. Getting ahead of yourself. Maybe, but your mom already approves completely. That's definitely half battle won. Can't argue with that logic. Few days later meet for actual coffee date. So about payment for fake boyfriend services. Completely forgot about money aspect. Right? Here's your $200. He pushes envelope back across table. Keep it. Consider investment in our future. Plus your mom's cooking was payment enough. What do you mean our future? She texted me yesterday actually. Mom did what now behind my back. Told me you've never brought guy home. Said she could tell you really like me. Suggested I give you chance because you're good person underneath feminist exterior. Mom playing matchmaker behind scenes. Should I be embarrassed about this? Little bit, but it's actually sweet. She really wants you to be happy. And honestly, so do I now. 6 months later, Alex and I are still together. Family loves him even more than first night. Uncle Bob constantly asking about engagement. When are you proposing to her, Alex? She needs good man to settle her down. Maybe he will, Bob. Maybe he will. Mom keeps dropping hints about grandchildren. Alex would make beautiful babies, just saying. Thanks for subtlety, Mom. Alex finds family pressure hilarious. Your family adopted me faster than shelter puppy. I've never felt so welcomed anywhere before. Even my own family isn't this supportive. Sometimes lie in bed thinking about campus ad. Stupidest desperate idea turned into best decision. Hired fake actor boyfriend for one evening. Ended up with real relationship instead. Alex jokes about origin story constantly. You literally paid for boyfriend initially. Most pathetic feminist story ever told. But also kind of brilliant, honestly. You outsourced your dating life completely. When you put it that way, sounds less empowering. Shut up. You love our unique story. It's definitely unique if nothing else. Can't argue with that assessment. Year later, Alex moves into my apartment. Mom cries happy tears helping him unpack. Finally, Madison found someone special. I was starting to genuinely worry. Starting to worry? I'm only 23, Mom. Having Alex around makes place feel like home. Family dinners become regular, comfortable tradition. No more lectures about my dating life. Just normal family time with boyfriend included. Uncle Bob still gives unsolicited advice. Marriage is obviously next logical step. Don't wait too long. Feminism scares men away. Point taken, Bob. Point taken. Sometimes think about other responses to add. Wonder what would have happened with different guy? Probably disaster knowing my luck with men. But Alex was absolutely perfect choice. Professional actor who became real boyfriend. Fake relationship that turned completely genuine. Family dinner that changed entire life trajectory. Sitting here 2 years later. Alex grading papers next to me. Mom texting about Sunday dinner plans. Realized sometimes best things come from desperate ideas. Hired actor to fool my family. Ended up finding person who actually gets me. Guy who supports my feminist ideals. Guy who handles my crazy relatives perfectly. Guy who makes me want better version myself. And Mom was right about one thing. There definitely is protection in bathroom cabinet. Still haven't told Alex about that detail. Fast forward, be me 24. Thought I had feminism all figured out. Dating Marcus for almost 2 years. Met him at campus protest against rape culture. He seemed woke enough, shared progressive values. Both hated patriarchy, similar political views. Relationship developed naturally over activist meetings. Nothing dramatic, just comfortable radical companionship. He moves in after year of dating. Split rent on small apartment near campus. Everything seems ideologically aligned and happy. Marcus works part-time at progressive bookstore. I'm finishing women's studies degree. Planning to work for feminist nonprofit after graduation. Always assumed Marcus would support my career. Talked about dismantling patriarchy together constantly. When we start our feminist collective. When we get jobs fighting social justice. When we can afford activism full-time. Marcus always seemed enthusiastic about plans. Then behavior starts changing around month 20. Becomes distant, less supportive of my causes. Spends more time online, less time at protests. Everything okay, Marcus? Yet just tired from work. But something feels off about his responses. Starts going to different events without me. Guys' night at gaming cafe. Male solidarity meetup. Never invites me to these mysterious gatherings. When I suggest coming along, he deflects. You wouldn't understand. It's male-only space. Male-only space? Since when, Marcus? Our intimate life becomes non-existent almost overnight. Used to discuss feminist theory during sex. Now he's always too tired or not in mood. Maybe this weekend, babe. Weekend comes, another excuse about needing space. Try talking about it directly. Marcus, are we okay politically? What do you mean? We never discuss dismantling patriarchy anymore. You're being paranoid. I'm just exploring different perspectives. But I know his ideology. He's changing rapidly. Something else is influencing his worldview. Final month becomes unbearable. Marcus barely engages with my feminist content. Comes home, eats dinner in silence. Goes straight to computer with headphones. Watching something constantly. What are you watching all the time? Just educational content. Educational content, but never shares with me. Try to see screen once. He immediately minimizes browser window. Privacy much, Marcus. Sorry, just personal research. Personal research about what exactly? 2 weeks before our second anniversary, Marcus drops bomb. We need to discuss our relationship. Never good way to start conversation. Sit down expecting discussion about our future activism. Maybe couples therapy or relationship counseling. I think we should break up. What? Marcus, where is this coming from? I've been thinking a lot about what men really need. And I don't think feminism is compatible with my growth. Not compatible how exactly? We want different things from relationships. You're focused on fighting patriarchy constantly. I want something more natural and traditional. Traditional? Doing what, Marcus? I want to build life with someone who appreciates masculinity. Appreciates masculinity being what exactly? Someone who understands male perspectives. What perspectives, Marcus? You agreed patriarchy was toxic. You wouldn't understand. Try me, Marcus. What perspectives? Men's rights. Understanding biological differences. Biological differences in what? Just science. You think it's all social construction anyway. Never said science was fake, Marcus. Look, this feminist stuff isn't working anymore. I found community that gets me better. There it is, the real reason. You found some manosphere bullshit. It's not like that. They're just discussing men's issues. But they understand male struggles. They understand you, Marcus? Yes, they validate experiences you dismiss as privilege. Validate things I think are patriarchal apparently. Never dismissed male struggles, but okay. So you're leaving me for these guys? I'm leaving because feminism is toxic to relationships. And yes, there's community that supports me. At least he's being honest now. How long has this been going on? Few months of research. Nothing committed until I make decision. Decision already made apparently. Pack my stuff that weekend. Marcus helps carry boxes to car. Acting like we're just roommates whose lease ended. This is probably for the best. We both deserve to find our tribes. Probably for best getting red-pilled emotionally. Good luck with everything. You too, Marcus. Moved back in with parents temporarily. Completely blindsided by ideological betrayal. Thought we had solid progressive relationship. Apparently was living in feminist delusion. Few weeks later, curiosity gets better of me. Check Marcus's social media for first time since breakup. Immediately regret decision. Photos of Marcus with new brotherhood everywhere. Guys look exactly like you'd expect. Cargo shorts, fedoras, alpha male t-shirts. But what really gets me is background of photos. Wall-to-wall men's rights activism posters. Hundreds of books about pickup artistry. Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, manosphere influencers. Marcus posing happily in front of Toxic Masculinity Museum. Captions about, finally embracing my masculine nature. Love learning about evolutionary psychology. Evolutionary psychology, Marcus? You moved into manosphere echo chamber immediately. More photos surface over following weeks. Marcus and bros at men's rights conferences. Marcus wearing traditional masculinity merchandise. Marcus helping organize their meetups. Boys' night discussing sexual marketplace value. So grateful to find my fellow alpha males. Fellow alpha males Marcus? Since when? Never showed interest in pickup artistry. Never mentioned believing in biological essentialism. Suddenly he's full-blown men's rights activist. Check group's profile out of morbid curiosity. Leader's name is Chad. Works as masculinity coach. Lives alone despite being 35 years old. Entire social media is red pill content. Just dropped new video on hypergamy. Completed reading entire manosphere library. Gio Brothers, women aren't worth the drama. Thousands of dollars worth of self-help books. Marcus commenting fire emojis on every post. So proud of our movement, bro. Can't wait to spread awareness together. Spread awareness, Marcus? You're buying into this now? See photos of them at bookstore together. Marcus using employee discount to buy more manosphere content. Brotherhood goals, learning truth about women. This is what he left me for. Progressive activism and gender equality. 4 unemployed pickup artists living alone. Try to move on with my life. Finish degree. Get job offer at Feminist nonprofit. Exactly what Marcus and I planned together. But now I'm doing it alone. Month before graduation, run into Marcus at campus. He's with Chad distributing men's rights flyers. Intellectual discourse apparently. Marcus sees me and waves awkwardly. Hey, how have you been? Good, Marcus. Starting job at women's shelter. That's great. You always wanted that. Yeah, we always wanted that, Marcus. Chad stands there saying nothing. Wearing question the narrative shirt unironically. Yo, bro, this is awkward AF. How about you question this narrative, Chad? Chad's face goes pale with confusion. Marcus steps between us defensively. This is Chad. Chad, this is my ex I mentioned. Chad nods and goes back to studying pickup techniques. Stimulating intellectual conversation, Marcus. We're actually starting podcast together. What? Marcus, it's been 6 months. Chad offered me co-host position last week. We're so excited to share truth with men. Truth sharing in echo chamber basement. Congratulations, I'm sure you'll reach dozens. Thanks, we really believe in message. We have so much research backing us up. Research like pickup artist YouTube videos apparently. Well, good luck with everything. You too, Marcus. Watch them walk away together. Chad carrying stack of Jordan Peterson books. Marcus hanging on his every word like guru. Graduated few weeks later and started nonprofit job. Got good position, nice office, helping women. Occasionally wonder what happened to Marcus and Chad. Check social media once every few months. Podcast launch photos, show setup in basement. Episode topics looked like incel convention. Guests dressed in fedoras and cargo shorts. Show artwork featured red pill imagery. Launched our truth-telling podcast for men. Can't wait for our intellectual adventures. Adventures being misogyny apparently. Year later they start online course. Curriculum focused entirely on pickup techniques. Teaching men sexual marketplace fundamentals. Students surrounded by thousands of toxic books. Probably worth more than their combined income. Realized Marcus chose this path deliberately. Gave up progressive values for immediate validation. Traded equality activism for masculine supremacy obsession. Maybe he's genuinely happy. Maybe discussing hypergamy with Chad fulfills him somehow. But can't help feeling dodged bullet. Imagine if we'd stayed together. Would he have eventually resented my feminism? Would he have red-pilled anyway when he met Chad? Better to find out after 2 years than after marriage. Still stings knowing he left me for that. Gender equality versus biological essentialism. Progressive activism versus pickup artistry. Actual social justice versus intellectual misogyny. 6 months after starting nonprofit job. Having drink at local bar after particularly difficult day. Sitting alone, nursing wine, and feeling discouraged. Thinking about Marcus and Chad and their toxic brotherhood. Wondering if I'm missing something about relationships. Maybe I'm too focused on dismantling patriarchy. Maybe there's wisdom in traditional gender roles. Guy sits down next to me at bar. Looks like typical feminist ally. Man bun, thick-rimmed glasses, social justice shirt. Definitely progressive activist when he orders. Excuse me, sister, why the sad energy? You look like patriarchy stole your last protest sign. Thanks for observation, random ally. Just relationship stuff. A toxic masculinity troubles, classic story. Want to share with fellow feminist? Why not? Need to vent to someone. Tell him entire story about Marcus and Chad. Men's rights conversion, breakup, Podcast launch. Guy keeps nodding and saying, totally patriarchal behavior. Sounds like bullet dodged honestly. Man who abandons feminism for manosphere, not serious ally. Exactly what I've been thinking. Makes compelling narrative though, very engaging story. Engaging for who exactly? Guy signals bartender for check. Let me cover drinks. You need solidarity after such experience. Thanks, that's really decent of you. No problem, sister. Fascinating story, by the way. Who knows? Might make good content someday. What does that mean exactly? Guy just smirks and walks away. Leaves me sitting there confused. Never see him again, but remember conversation. Weird ally with strange sense of humor. Sitting here years later with new partner. Met them at intersectional activism meetup. They're genuinely progressive and supportive. Has actual commitment to social justice. Keeps their privilege checking to healthy level. Occasionally think about Marcus and Chad. Wonder if they're still happy in their toxic echo chamber. Probably are in their own way. Different people want different things from relationships. Some want growth and equality. Others want comfortable regression to traditional roles. Neither is necessarily sustainable. But glad I found someone who wants justice over dominance. Moral of story, sometimes the trash takes itself out. And sometimes mysterious allies at bars. Turn your relationship trauma into content. But hey, at least I got free drinks out of it. And learned that dodging red pills can be more valuable than catching feelings.